I did a video yesterday where I talked about, some of the challenges, trials, and tribulations that I've been through in my life. I talked about, having problems with cocaine in the past, alcohol, just stuff like that. And this is just a message and a shout out to anyone out there who's having these issues, addiction or like mental health, anything like that. Just let it be known that you can change your life whenever the fuck you want because it's your life. And it took me a long time to realize this. Listen, I understand we've all got different stories, different backdrops, we all deal with trauma. And some have been through some like really bad. Listen, we've all had trauma in our lives. But a wise man once said to me that, you are not your past. You are not your job. You are not this version of which you perceive yourself to be and play up to be towards other people. So this stepping into your embodiment of knowing who you are, your soul essence, then you start to remember who you are. Because you are not your problems, you are not your past. They were just experiences and circumstances and situations that you was put into in order to either for you to learn from and grow. So stop looking at your past as though it's weighing you down. Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as like, what can you do? How can you learn from it? See, I did this myself. Like, I was in victim mentality for too long because when I was 8 years old, I died. I had meningococcal septicemia. They had to bring me back. And I had a near-death experience where literally I was outside of my body, watching myself just laid there dead in the bed. And it was peaceful. It was just relaxing, peaceful. I talk about this on my YouTube channel as well, so go and check out my my YouTube channel. And and then obviously when I was 15, I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is obviously I've still got to this day. And I've been through so many different things, and then that kind of put me in, and that made me think and feel like, why me? And I fucking hated myself, I genuinely did hate myself and think, well, wait a minute, I'm 15 years old and now I've been told that I've got to inject myself 3 to 4 times a day for the rest of my life. And I seen that as a hindrance. And while all my other friends were going out, drinking, smoking, what young people, enjoying themselves, living life, whatever. But, and that put me on a really dark path. And I only genuinely believe that the last couple of years, the last 3 years, I'd say, is when I've come up, because obviously I've not touched drugs or alcohol now for, I'd say, about 2 years now. And it's the best decision that I've ever made in my life because I was using it to mask up my pain because of the fact that I didn't love myself. I hated myself. I actually did. I remember there was some nights where I'd sit there with cocaine, big amounts of it, and I'd try to kill myself by just sniffing it, and I wouldn't even be bothered. But I even had, I can talk about this in some other videos, but, I'm just so grateful that, the highest power, God, he give me the power and the will and the strength, because God resides inside you. He's not so much that he's external, but he's also internal, for he resides inside of you. And use him as strength and power to know that you can pull yourself out of any situation within your life. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video just regarding just people out there struggling. Listen, I've been there, my son, he's 16 years old. He suffers with autism, learning difficulties. I've had many challenges put in my life, but I always believed that if I wasn't to go through these challenges, I wouldn't be able to talk about them now to you guys, and I wouldn't be able to give you the insight and make you look at me and think, wow, well, if he can do it, I can do it, because this is the whole purpose of it. We're here to raise each other up, not pull each other down. But we'll leave it at that. And I hope everyone out there, if you are struggling, message me, reach out to me, whatever, and keep fighting and have a fantastic day.